everybody, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were over here with Calenglad. We had finished a very, very sad mission where we were burying the bodies of the rangers who were killed in Mordrembor's attack way up on one of those hills over there. I think it's that hill right back over yonder. It's one of these off to the side of the lake there. And then he gave us a mission. We found out that the Angmarum and the other forces of Amarthiel are leaving Lake Evendim and traveling out. They're going to go through the North Downs. So we have to travel over here to through the gates of Fornost and out into the North Downs and find Amun Wraith and find the summit of it and look to see if we can find any sign of the Angmarum. So that is what we are going to do now. We are going to mount up and then we are going to head out that way. So we will see you when we get out there. We're also going to mention that Hobnanigans is going on right now as well. Whenever you log in, that's Chicken Ball. If you remember those days back, you know, the stories about Chicken Ball. Whenever you get out there and go to the Bree Festival grounds and knock the chickens around with the sticks. Indeed, indeed. So that's where we're headed right now, is to find Amun Wraith out in the fields of Fornost, the North Downs, and we will see you when we get there. We are coming up on the gates of Fornost here. Right up yonder to our left is the spot where the ranger, I'm trying to remember what his name is, has his camp. Toragethir. That's where he has his camp, and he's been watching. He was the one that sent the raven to say that Amarthiel and her forces had marched along this road and entered into the North Downs here through the gates of Fornost. I figured we'll pull this up. This is the Evendim gate. I guess the gates of Fornost if you're going the other way. We will pull this up because I don't think we've ever actually been through this section before. As you see, we're going into the North Downs here. We are in the Fields of Fornost area, which are the haunted area where the battles and all took place. As you see, lots of barrows, lots of terrible tombs, lots of oath breakers around everywhere. Horrible location. Right here is where we are. We have been to this area here. This was the camp where Colbert the Mad, and he would send us out here. In fact, we'll probably see one of the quest people that we came across back in the day. I think her name is Isla or Isla, something like that. She was the one who was out here dancing madly in the fields. As you see, more, like I said, barrows everywhere. It's much like a higher level version of the Barrow Downs, as you see. There's these areas everywhere, and I believe if you go on top of them, in the old days anyway, you can go on top of them, they would sprout skeletons and things from up in the ground. Quest available, Bloodthirsty Asicboth. I have no idea what that is. You feel a hatred bent upon you and realize that a presence filled with fury is near. You have encountered Akasoth, a terrifying being in the fields of Fornost. Ghostly entities grown in bloodlust from having pulled the life from the lands around it. Well, that's fine, but it's also a level 25. So there's no real need for me to accept that one. Will that other lesser people... I don't need to know about Nethar the Cold either. Imagine as we get close to all these downs, whoever it is who is buried inside of them, we'll probably get a quest for each one of them. There we go. That's the lady that was out here dancing. What is her name? Idaline. Knew it was I something. We had to come out here. Her family was worried because she had gone mad. And if you remember, we attacked her. A spirit came out. We destroyed the spirit, and she ran back to Trestle Bridge. Okay. We're getting closer right up here over this hill, right on the top of this hill. That should be the camp up there. Where we saw, like I say, Colbert the Mad is up here. There is an elf, I think, up here, possibly a ranger. Where they have set up camp to watch over the fields of Fornost. Yep, there we go. Minkum. Minkum the ranger. This is Minkum's camp. Knew there was an elf up here as well, and of course Colbert the Mad, who sits and talks about all the bears out there in the fields of Fornos. So we have achieved here now. Made it all the way over here. Now we need to find Amon Wraith. And said it is southeast of Fornost and northeast of Trestlebridge. So I'm thinking somewhere in this area perhaps. We will travel around and see. Maybe, I wonder if that's it right up yonder. We'll try this one as well. Looks like there are some ruins up there, so we'll take a look up there and see what we have. And whether that is Amon Wraith. I can't remember which one of these hills it is that's got the other ranger and refugee camp on top of it. So we'll take a look on this one and see if that's the one. I'm thinking that's a higher one there. I bet that's it right there. Bet this one's actually named Ost something, isn't it? Maybe not. Maybe not. Interesting. I wonder why that cruel beak has a ring above its head. Alright, we're not getting any kind of message that this is where we need to take a look from. So we will travel on over and investigate this next one up here. Like I said, I think that's where the ranger camp is. Where he is stuck there with the refugees, keeping a close eye and guard over them. It's been quite a while since we've been in the North Downs here. We came through here briefly, you know, we did a few Trestle Bridge quests, we did a couple of quests where the book here took us out to, where following the epic books took us over to Estelden to do a few quests for them there. But we passed through here pretty quickly on our way over to Angmar, which we then got stuck into for quite a while. Yep, here's Amon Wraith. I thought this looked like the highest place around. So we need to look to the east while we are here. So let's come over here, let's look to the east and see what we can see. Far to the east, a cloud of dust marks the passage of the Ingmarum. Alright, so you see it over there? Yep, you see that cloud of dust, don't you? So next up, we've got to go to the summit of Weathertop, Amansul, and that is the Lone Land. So now we are going to go to Weathertop and see whether or not we can find any mark of their passing there. So we are going to come over here and visit the stable master and do this the easy way. Rather than ride. So I think we will go to probably Trestle Bridge first. And I will rejoin you whenever we get closer to Amansul. Okay, we are riding up on Weathertop here. You see it looming up above us. Just to the right of the road here, you will see Candaith's camp. You'll remember that. That's Candaith the ranger down there, the one that had us do had us take on and complete for him every single task in his honeydew jar that he had been given by the Rangers before he would, well, basically reveal to us the location of Radagast. That was back during, I think, Book 4, perhaps. I think that Book 4, the Red Marsh or the Red Lady or something like that, when we were off to the west, off to the east there, looking for Radagast and fighting over in the Red Marsh. So yeah, we've spent quite a bit of time here in the Lone Lands as well. We're going to come on up. It's been a long time since we've been up here on the summit of Weathertop. We've got to turn right here. Straight ahead leads to a dead end, so it's on up this way. A little bit of a serpentine until we come back around the front of the hill again. Mountain, whatever you want to call it. But we shall get to the top and see what we can see. We will, I think, once again get to the summit, look to the east, and see if Amarthiel's forces have continued on into the Trollshaws. That is where I am anticipating and predicting that we are going to be next. Is to head from here to the Trollshaws. We'll probably, I would imagine, go out to the campsite of Eladan and Elra here, the sons of Elrond. I'm going to dismount. There down below us, you see the Great East Road snaking on across into the Trollshaws, which are hidden under cloud and fog off to the east there. So now let us look. Far to the east, a company of Angmarum crossed the last bridge, which I think we can just barely see on the edge of sight there. No, actually, I think that may be... I'm not sure. That could be the last bridge. It's hard to tell at this distance. So now we need to talk to Alflank. Don't know who Alflank is. Looking eastward from the summit of Weathertop, you saw a company of Angmarum crossing the last bridge into the Trollshaws. You have followed a company of the Angmarum eastward, and they have reached the last bridge before you. You should travel to the last bridge and speak with a scout posted there for news of the Angmarum. Okay, so she is the lady elf, or as the Nazgul would call the she-elf, who is there on the last bridge. So we are going to travel down there now, all the way back down Weathertop. Yes, there's the white stone with the G rune and the 3 that Gandalf left behind when he fought the Nazgul up here. Always wonderful little bits and pieces like that. Always gives me just a little thrill to see them again, you know. We're going to travel back down from Weathertop over to the last bridge, and we will see you when we arrive over there. Sadly, behind the Angmarum. We have left Weathertop far behind us. I just saw those ruins over there. I don't think I've ever been there. I may have to come back to them. And we are approaching, so far away you can't even see Weathertop on the horizon anymore. And we are approaching the last bridge to talk to Alflank, and see whether or not she has news of the migration of Amarthiel and her Angmarum forces into the Trollshaws, which we will be passing into here, just on the other side of the bridge. And we are finally leaving the Lone Lands behind once more. We're back here to the absolutely gorgeous last bridge, seeing it, well, recording it in 1080p for a change. This is what I usually play in, but I've only recently had a computer that I could actually record in it and get the beauty. Oh, See, back in the day, back whenever I used to come, I swear she used to stand right there in the middle of the bridge. And didn't have Rockwind standing over here beside her. Let's see what she has to say. Book 11, Chapter 5, Eastward Passage. You are seeking the Angmarum that passed this way not long ago. I saw them coming from a great distance, and managed to hide myself before they arrived. I fear I would be found, for at the head of their number marched a man of great evil, a black Numenorian, if I do not miss my guess. It seemed to me that he stared right at my hiding place, but at just that moment he was interrupted by some thought that caused him to turn and gaze off into the distance into the west. I know not what it was, but he shortly resumed his march, and the company passed into the east. Wondered if that could have been Radagast helping out there, helping to move his gaze. Your face tells me that you have had dealings with this man, and the memory is full of sorrow. From what I overheard, it seemed their course lay to the south, among the cheerless lands of Tal Bruinen. My sister Candaleth has a camp at Tal Bruinen. To reach it, follow the road east of here until you are nearly within sight of the Bruinen. You will come to a dirt path that winds southward with the Bruinen on your left and a tall rock face on your right. Stay on the path even as it crosses streams and winds through the underbrush, and you will surely come across one of Candaleth's scouts, who can guide you to her camp. Tell Candaleth of the Angmarum that have come to the lands of her watch. Tell her as well to be wary. I fear to think what errand could have brought this black Numenorian so near to Amlantris. Alright, so we now have one more quest. We're going to see if we can't get there before midnight. Or before night actually falls. As you see, it is now, I think, the evening or the gloaming. Notice the sounds change. We're hearing crickets, and the little lamp on the back of my horse lit up. So let's see if we can get to Candaleth's. What is that? First we've got the Crabane over there at Weathertop with rings over their heads. Now we've got the boars here with the rings over their heads. Interesting. As we said, we are going to head on out. Try to get to Candaleth's camp. We've been there before when we were doing quests in this area, working here in the Trollshaws. And they're not hard to get to. It's just so happens that it just happens to be on the other side of the Trollshaws, of course. Well, this part of the Trollshaws. So we've got to go all the way over to the Bruinen. And we'll see you when we just about reach there. Wow, and as we're coming across, this is new too. See where we are here. Okay, we're right about there, just below the B in Bruinen Gorges. You'll remember this right here, the Fimgris and Narlin. They were not here before with their little camp there. I think she perhaps was here, but just stand. Sorry, I hit the wrong button, and instead of bringing down the map and getting my horse going again, I turned off recording entirely. But yeah, I think she was here, but I think she was just standing by the road, or maybe on top of that hill there. Oh, and as always, nighttime in the Trollshaws is troll time, of course. And they are, of course, still all over this road. Trying to see where the moon was. We had a big, beautiful moon in our screen just a moment ago. But it seems to have disappeared. There it is, just off to the left. Big, gorgeous full moon. Of course, the thing in Lord of the Rings Online is the moon is always full. Would have been interesting if they'd been able to put phases into it, but there you go. You can't always get what you want. But I've heard if you try sometimes, you might find that you get what you need. Okay, we're going to cut straight on across here because, of course, the little path we have to take is just at the base of these hills. You see the Bruinen Forge down there, just ahead of us. And we're going to continue up this road until we get to the Scout, and then head on up to Candleath's camp. We have left the Bruinen behind. The trail began to climb up the hill, so we have turned and come up the hill as well. And there's Candleath's camp once more. And yes, we have already grabbed that stable there. I think she is at the bottom level here, all the way over there where she's gazing down upon the river. Gazing down upon the Bruinen. Let's park it up here next to her and tell her about the evil of the Angmarum here.
Megavonnen.
You bring warning from my sister that the Angmarum have come to Tal Bruinen. Her warning is welcome, but my scouts have already encountered the enemy. Do you know why they have come to this place? Can you tell me what brings them from these woods, so far from their evil homeland?
Stay a moment.
Alright, so that was the end of Chapter 5. Now we're going to start Chapter 6, A Cheerless Land. Your story fills me with concern, Gnarlo. Tal Bruinen is a dark and wooded land, and this ring for which Amarthiel seeks could be anywhere. If the Angmarum have some guidance to its location that we do not, I can see little chance that we will find it first. My scouts tell me that the Angmarum seem particularly interested in the small ruins that dot the landscapes of Tal Bruinen. If you could journey to some of these ruins and defeat the searching Angmarum, I will contemplate upon possible places where ring, such as Narquel, could have been lost. I fear this errand may be hopeless, Gnarlo, but perhaps Narquel, if it is within these wooded lands at all, will evade the Angmarum as well. So, Cheerless Land, we need to defeat 6 scouts and 3 searchers. And this is another level 50 quest, and since we are level 54, very soon to ding to level 55, I don't think that it shall be too terribly difficult for us. That, however, is where we will call it a night. We're going to call that an episode. I will sit here chatting with Candleath and having a smoke. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Hope y'all have enjoyed our little quest here. I'm hoping to get some more up this weekend. It's just been a very, very busy day at work. I know I always say that. I always say that I'm hoping to get some more up soon, but we'll just have to see how work and all goes. So we will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.